New 7 Wonders of the World. The World Couch. Facts on everything all around the world. New 7 Wonders of the World was a campaign started in 2000 to choose wonders of the world from a selection of 200 existing monuments. The popularity poll was led by Canadian-Swiss Bernard Weber and organized by the New7Wonders Foundation, based in Zurich, Switzerland, with winners announced on July 7, 2007. The New7Wonders Foundation said that more than 100 million people voted to declare the new 7 Wonders of the World. The following list of 7 winners is presented without ranking, and aims to represent global heritage. Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is the collective name of a series of fortification systems. It is generally built to protect and consolidate territories of Chinese states and empires against invading Mongols across the historical northern borders of China. As early as the 7th century BC, several walls were being built by ancient Chinese states. It was later joined together by the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang. Later on, many successive dynasties have built and maintained multiple stretches of border walls. The most well-known sections of the wall were built by the Ming dynasty during 1368 to 1644. Petra. Petra is a historical and archaeological city in southern Jordan. It is in a basin among the mountains that run from the Dead Sea to the Gulf of Aqaba. Petra is believed to have been settled as early as 9000 BC. It became the capital city of the Nabatean kingdom. The Nabateans were nomadic Arabs who used Petra because it was near the spice trade routes. Petra has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1985. UNESCO has described it as one of the most precious cultural properties of man's cultural heritage. Petra is Jordan's most visited tourist attraction. Tourist numbers peaked at 1 million in 2010. Colosseum. The Colosseum, originally known as the Flavian Amphitheater, is a large amphitheater in the city of Rome. The construction of the Colosseum started around 70 to 72 AD and was finished in 80 AD. It had seating for 50,000 people. It is the biggest amphitheater built by the Roman Empire. It was used for gladiatorial contests, and other shows like animal hunts, in which animals would hunt and eat prisoners, or in which gladiators would fight against animals. There were also executions of prisoners, plays, and battle scenes. Sometimes it was filled with water to fight sea battles. The Colosseum is a symbol of the Roman Empire. It is one of Rome's most popular tourist attractions. Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza is a large Mayan city famous for a large pyramid temple built by the Maya civilization. The temple is called Castillo. There are many temples and pyramids at Chichen Itza. Tourists or visitors were once able to climb some of the pyramids, but it was quite challenging because the steps are very steep and small. Climbing is no longer permitted. Some of the most famous parts of Chichen Itza include El Castillo. This is the largest pyramid at Chichen Itza, and dedicated to Kukulkan, the plumed serpent. Temple of the Warriors. Hundreds of columns surround a very big temple structure with carvings. Square columns are there that once held up the roof of the temple. These columns are carved on all 4 sides with figures of warriors wearing feathers. Great Ball Court. This is the largest known ancient sports field in Central America, at 545 feet in length and 225 feet in width. Each end has a raised temple area. The sounds in the ball court are remarkable. A whisper from one end can be clearly heard at the other. Sacred cenote. A cenote is an underground lake or river. This cenote is where royalty gave gifts to the gods. Archaeological investigations support this, as thousands of objects have been removed from the bottom of the cenote, including materials such as gold, carved jade, copal, pottery, flint, obsidian, shell, wood, rubber, cloth, as well as skeletons of children and men. Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is a pre-Columbian 15th century Inca site in Peru. The Incas built the city on a mountain ridge. The Incas built houses, fields, and temples by cutting the rock on the mountain so it was flat. When the Spanish invaded Peru, the Incas left Machu Picchu. Nobody knows for sure why they did that, but some think it was because of diseases from Europe. The Spanish never found Machu Picchu or the lost city during their occupation. Machu Picchu is very difficult to get to because it is so high in the mountains. It has only one way in and a stone wall to protect it. Most people on Earth did not know it was there until a Yale graduate named Hiram Bingham rediscovered it in 1911. He heard rumors of a hidden city which was already known to the native Peruvians, who guided him there. He led a restoration project that was partly funded by the National Geographic Society. Machu Picchu was declared a Peruvian historical sanctuary in 1981 and a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983. Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is an ivory white marble mausoleum on the southern bank of the river Yamuna in the Indian city of Agra. It was commissioned in 1632 by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan to house the tomb of his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal. It also houses the tomb of Shah Jahan himself. The tomb is the centerpiece of a 17-hectare complex, which includes a mosque and a guest house, and is set in formal gardens bounded on three sides by a crenellated wall. The Taj Mahal complex is believed to have been completed in its entirety in 1653 at a cost estimated at the time to be around 32 million rupees, which in 2020 would be approximately 70 billion rupees or about $916 million. The Taj Mahal was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983 for being the jewel of Muslim art in India, and one of the universally admired masterpieces of the world's heritage. It is regarded by many as the best example of Mughal architecture and a symbol of India's rich history. The Taj Mahal attracts 7 to 8 million visitors a year. Christ the Redeemer. Christ the Redeemer is an Art Deco statue of Jesus Christ in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, created by French sculptor Paul Landowski and built by Brazilian engineer Heitor da Silva Costa, in collaboration with French engineer Albert Caquot. Romanian sculptor George Leonida fashioned the face. Constructed between 1922 and 1931, the statue is 30 meters high, excluding its 8-meter pedestal. The arm stretch is 28 meters wide. The statue weighs 635 metric tons, and is located at the peak of the 700-meter or 2,300 feet Corcovado mountain in the Tijuca Forest National Park overlooking the city of Rio de Janeiro. A symbol of Christianity across the world, the statue has also become a cultural icon of both Rio de Janeiro and Brazil. It is made of reinforced concrete and soapstone. Great Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid of Giza is a huge pyramid built by the ancient Egyptians. It stands near Cairo, Egypt. It is the largest and oldest of the 3 pyramids at the Giza necropolis in Egypt. It is the oldest and the only structure still remaining of the original 7 wonders of the ancient world. When it was built, it was 146.5 meters or 481 feet tall. It was the tallest building in the world for over 3,800 years. Erosion and other causes have shrunk it to 138.8 m. The pyramid was probably built for Khufu, an Egyptian pharaoh. It was perhaps built by Khufu's vizier, Hemiunu. It is believed that it took about 20 years to build, and was completed around 2570 BC.